Everyone, we are breaking into special programming, into NBC special programming, to bring you our own special programming.
Exactly.
Eclipse Day 2024, a once-in-a-lifetime event. We are on our back patio behind our studios here at your hometown stations. And
this is a different area for you. I'm used to patio chat.
I'm usually sitting in the studio with a teleprompter in front of me.
Exactly.
But not today, because we're going to have some fun with this. We're seeing it happen in other parts of the country, and a lot of excitement. But I'm Jeff Fitzgerald.
I'm Holly Geaman.
We're going to be with you for the next half hour, 45 minutes or so, and bringing you the live events of how this area, this region is experiencing the live eclipse of 2024.
And it's already started a little bit. If you take your glasses out and look at the sun, we've got a partial eclipse going already.
Key is the glasses, folks.
Yes.
We've already taken some peeks at what is now a partial eclipse for our area. And in about 20-25 minutes, we will have the total eclipse here, which has happened in some other parts of the country, coming up through Texas and in the Midwest and headed our way.
Right, yeah. There's 55 counties in Ohio that are going to see either partial or total eclipse during this, and that's a lot.
They talked about, of our 11 million approximately residents of Ohio, 60%, 7.1 million Ohioans are going to see this total eclipse. So a lot of people get to see it.
It's a neat event.
It is a neat event.
What, since 1806? That was the last time it was in Ohio.
1806 in Ohio, and I looked it up actually, just to make sure I had my numbers right. Ohio became a state in 1803, so three years after
later
becoming a state, Ohio saw an eclipse, this total eclipse. Now we are waiting till 2020 or 2099 until we get the next.
So I'm glad we're watching this one now.
This is our one and only.
Yeah, exactly. Probably, yeah, unless we want to travel, because there's plenty of eclipses. Every 18 months, there's a total solar eclipse around the world. Of course, not close like this one is. That's for us. So,
you know, and just to give you some timing of this event, it actually started, and you can start seeing the partial eclipse at 1:54 this afternoon here in west central Ohio. The total solar eclipse will start at 3:09. So not far from now, 3:09, we'll have a total eclipse, no dark, lasts for 3 to 4 minutes, depending on exactly where you are, ending around 3:14 with the partial eclipse, and the eclipse will be gone from our region at 4:26 today.
Yeah, and during this whole process, there's like different things to look for, and you know, the NASA and all the scientists have named these things, but there's a diamond ring. You have to have your glasses on for this, but there's a bright disc that shines alongside the moon, so look for that. There's also Bailey's beads. That's a break into the beads of the sunlight that shines through the low-lying valleys of the moon, so look for that. These are like little flashes, apparently, right before the total eclipse. And total eclipse is the only time for that very short, what'd you say, 3 minutes? You could take a chance and take your glasses off and look at the total solar eclipse. Then put them back on, because it's partial eclipse from then on.
Right, for a very short period of time, be aware you need to be in the total eclipse for you to take your glasses off for a minute or so, and then put them back on, because we don't want to look at them with your naked eye in the partial eclipse, because it could do damage. And all that information you just gave me, Holly, you're like my teacher.
Was that very exciting?
I just learned all kinds of things. So.
Also, talking about glasses, I know lots of people, they watch the eclipse, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. But if you want to take pictures, you have to cover them. Take an extra pair of eclipse glasses and then take a picture, because you'll ruin your phone if you do not have your lens on your phone covered with a piece of the eclipse glasses.
Right, so we don't want you to ruin your eyes
or your phone.
So those are the two things you need to do. And again, we stress the eye safety, because if you do some damage, you probably won't get that eye.
Right, yeah, exactly.
It's not going to change back. So we want to press the need that you need your eyeglasses.
Yeah, exactly. And so we've got a story about the importance of, wearing these eclipse glasses. It's a once-in-a-lifetime event. Kitty Honover has it.
It could be the only total eclipse you'll ever see in your lifetime, but seeing is just as important afterwards, too. That's why Dr. Jeff Unterbrink of the Eyesight of Lima says you need to use a welding helmet or glasses like these to look directly at it. The proper glasses need to be ISO certified and need to have the number 12312-2. They could also have a :2015 after the number. If you don't use the right protection, it could affect your eyesight for the rest of your life.
You stare at the sun, the macula, or the center part of the retina that really does our central vision in terms of clarity, can be permanently damaged, and wanted to let people know that it is permanent.
You won't notice any eye damage right away, but once the damage is done, it cannot be fixed.
I was talking to an ER doc today, and she said, we're just bracing for a lot of people coming in saying that they hurt their eyes or damaged their eyes, and there's really nothing that they can do. And she even stated that too. We really don't want to be flooded with people. You'll get a big bill, and we'll just turn you away saying, there's nothing really that can be done.
And this small step will keep you seeing more rare events in the future.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime event, and, making sure that we put them on before we even look, make sure that we turn away before we take them off, just to have proper protection. It would be sad to come out of this with a loss of vision. I know we all want to see it, but we need to be protected, too.
In Lima, Katie Huntingford, your News Now.
Well, we've been planning for quite some time for this at Allen County Emergency Management and their team since like November of 2021. And so we have got our EMA Director, Tom Berger, on the phone to tell us what's been happening. So thanks for joining us, Tom.
Thanks, Holly.
Okay, so first of all, how's today been going? What have you been seeing out there?
So knock on wood, it's been going really smooth. We haven't had the influx of travelers into our area that we were anticipating. So it's been kind of quiet, which is nice. Our parks and the viewing parties, they appear to have some good crowds at those locations. And then just when you're out and about driving around, people are out in the front yard taking in the eclipse.
So are you kind of disappointed maybe that we haven't had the influx of traffic that you thought we'd have?
No, I'm actually kind of happy because with the influx could have brought a whole lot of problems. I do wish we would have had the people to come to the area to visit our businesses and that took proper preparations for the eclipse. But as far as the influx, I'm kind of okay without the problems that could have brought to us here in Allen County.
Right, it's always nice to avoid problems, isn't it? Yeah, but we had like hotels booked up and things. So what did you see over the weekend? Did the people come to the hotels?
Yep, the hotels appeared to be full. The restaurants on the east side definitely had appeared to have visitors in them, taking in the sights of Lima and around the town as well.
All right, so we have had some drone video from Allglaze County, just down to the south of us, and it seems like people are really packed in, especially around Armstrong Museum. Was that the kind of thing that you guys expected around in the counties? Because I know you all talk to each other.
Yep. Well, we definitely knew that Armstrong Museum was going to be a draw for people coming to visit West Central Ohio. So we were anticipating the people from that event this evening. When they're done, as they start to head back out, we'll see an influx in traffic this evening as well.
So how would you describe, I guess, the traffic that we've seen? Because, we were worried about 75 and 30 and 33. So has it been a normal day, less traffic than we normally see?
Yeah, I would say probably a little more than normal, but nothing that we couldn't that the roadways could handle. And we're fortunate we didn't have any accidents this afternoon or this morning. We're just praying that we have the same patience that people have on the roadways this afternoon as people start to leave the area.
Do you think it helped out? Because I know you were saying, let's close the schools and what businesses can work remotely. Let's do that. Do you think it helped that a lot of people were able to stay home and have parties in their own yard or go local parks?
100%, Holly. I think that took a lot of traffic off our roadways, and we appreciate everybody that took our advice and stayed home if they could.
Mm-hmm. So, do you have any idea, those people in the hotels and a lot of these people, will they leave tonight, or are they sticking around for today and then taking off?
So most of the hotels are booked up to tomorrow, so we're hoping that they stick in town and tonight, take advantage of the restaurants and whatnot here in our area, and then get up in the morning and slowly matriculate out.
Okay, and one more thing before we go, because I know you're watching cameras and making sure everything's going right. What roads did we close in our area to make sure that people avoid that, who live here and when they go to work tomorrow?
Yep, Blue Lick between 65 and Sugar Street, and then the Bowman Road should be open tomorrow, so they should be good.
Okay, so the Blue Lick's still closed tomorrow?
Until tomorrow morning. Yep.
All right, very good. All right, so far so good. Things are doing great. Tom, our EMA director here in Allen County, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks, Holly.
All right, let's go back out to the patio with Jeff.
All right, thank you very much, Holly. And I'm joined by a special guest here, which I will get to in a minute. But Rick, let's go ahead and take a peek and see where we stand with things. Well, we're almost there, man.
That's looking
about
nice.
3/4, isn't it?
Yeah, very close.
That's about 3/4. Well, of course, we have a lot of parks in Lima, a number of parks in Lima, a number of parks in the county. So people are taking advantage of that open space to get out on a beautiful 72-degree sunny day to watch this once-in-a-lifetime event. I have with me the Deputy Public Works Director from the City of Lima, overseeing Parks and Recreation, Rick Stiley. And Rick, thanks for joining us.
It's great to be here. What a great day to be out compared to what we kind of think April was like in Ohio.
Yeah, well, we we were starting to watch weather 2 weeks out. They said, oh, it could be a cloudy, rainy day. Well, 2 weeks is plenty of time for the forecast to change, and it did. So we did very well, I think, for what we expected. So
I couldn't agree more.
Speaking of expectations, how's it shaped up at the city parks?
Good. We went through a long period of time of being proactive, getting things set up, putting signage out, and informing people. We continued to get phone calls up through even last Friday. People coming in from Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. Where's the best place to go? What's the things we can do and things of that nature. So we tried to be as proactive as we could, put signage out and so forth. Then today we go into reactive mode and helping people adjust and so forth. But the parks are busy. The ones you would anticipate to be busy, Froat, Schoonover, not so much at Dr. Martin Luther King Park. Rob is busy as well. So a lot of those neighborhood people walking into the parks, but we still, just saying before, just coming through Froat on the way over, and I went right down the line of all the different cars from the different states, and it was maybe 7 or 8 cars before I saw another Ohio plate. And it's just amazing that people travel so far to be able to see what we're going to see today.
Exciting.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the bowl was underwater,
Yeah,
last
we
week,
were.
and so I was wondering if people could even get to that area.
We were really nervous about that, but engineering did a terrific job about 3 or 4 years ago, and that water now it's supposed to gather there, and it goes away through the drainage system we put in. So it couldn't work any better, and we're really happy it stopped raining. That's for sure.
And of course, all this planning, we just talked to Tom Berger at EMA and the cities, but people have been talking about this, and you guys have been working on it for a couple of years, literally. When we're talking about 100,000 people may come into our community, I don't know if we're going to reach that. It doesn't look like it, but we have to be ready for it.
You do.
And we're still getting a nice influx of people.
We are, and the communities around us, as this whole totality swipe kind of shifted a little bit. It went a little bit different than what they said, but people still made their plans, and everything I've heard that the hotels and the campsites and all the things that were reserved are being used. So good for them.
That's good. Yeah, because I asked Tom, are you disappointed we didn't get all the traffic? And he's like, no, not really. You guys have to be prepared, though, because people say, well, you guys, what were you talking about saying all these people were coming to town and all these people will be on 75? But you never know.
You don't. You really don't. But if it's like anything else. You prepare for the max, and if it comes in short of that, then you're more than prepared for what you need to do.
And we've had to tell a few viewers that hey, we're preparing and telling them the word we're getting from officials. The officials are going off the same thing we're going off. Nothing. We haven't experienced this before. The closest was Bowling Green, Kentucky, 2017. Bowling Green's about the same size as Lima, Ohio.
Off 75.
Off 75. So we're preparing for what they sort of had to deal with. And this actually, Eclipse is much larger than what they saw down there.
Is it? So, again, I've heard Bowling Green, Kentucky an awful lot in the last 2 years, and what a great model to use. And I think the community prepared well for what we're going through today, and like I said earlier, Lima's a great community who wants to invite and involve people in our community. So anything we can do at a time like this to help bring people in and be as hospitable as we can, that's what we do.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Well, you have more work to do. This hasn't happened yet, so your parks are still filled.
They are.
Have places to get and go,
and that's the tough part, right? I mean, It's not so much bringing them in. It's getting them out safely, and that's the biggest part of the plan that we have to work on. So we get them out there.
Get back home safely.
Yes.
And everybody is safe and
drive safely.
Event.
Yeah.
All right.
Terrific.
Get back to work.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you, Rick, for coming.
Great. Thanks so much.
Well, Holly, you want to take a quick check?
Yeah, I do.
Take a quick check and make sure
I missed
this is still
what's
happening.
happening.
I'm sure it is.
Where is it?
They tell us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, look, it's like a little crescent moon.
There's not much time.
All right.
Not much time. We're close to full eclipse there pretty soon.
So we go check with Connor out in the fairgrounds?
If that's what you think we should.
I think we should. Connor's been out at the fairgrounds, and they've had people pulling in just to park today and campers. So, Connor, what's happening at the fairgrounds?
Hey there, guys. You know, we're almost to totality here at the Allen County Fairgrounds, getting ready for the big Eclipse event. We're well in the penumbra stages and the umbra, and we've had lots of people come to Allen County, including from West Virginia, Michigan, all the way from even South Carolina, Wisconsin here. Earlier this morning, I talked to a woman from Michigan, a family from West Virginia about their travels and what they here. Take a look and listen to what they had to say.
It's an amazing experience. You get like in the 20-degree cooler, and the colors in the sky just get really weird, like colored, and just to see the moon go right over the sun, you get the diamond, and it's an awesome experience. You get chills seeing it, and it's a once in a lifetime. For me, it's a twice in a lifetime. Well, this is actually our second eclipse. We were in Hiawatha, Kansas back in 2017, and it was cloudy, and it opened up right at the beginning for the eclipse. But we came here. We're only about 2 hours away, and it was a smaller town right in the path of totality. So we're looking like we're going to get it, some really good clear weather for the eclipse.
Yeah, we've been planning for it for about 6 months now, and we're just excited to see this. This is once in a lifetime opportunity. So just coming out here, spending time with our family, me and my aunt and my wife, my little brother. It's just a good family trip for us.
I woke up this morning and I just saw the beautiful sky. And I was so happy, you know, especially from back where we live down in Wellsburg, West Virginia and all that. It's been storming the past couple weeks, flooding, and it was bad, you know. And we were hoping up here it wasn't too bad on the drive up. That's something we were trying to look for, you know. But looking up, it was so nice today. I'm hoping, please God, let the skies stay clear, you know. I hope so.
Eclipse here in West Central Ohio, and just an incredible experience overall for people from near and far to be able to experience this event, will be able to bring a lot of great lifetime memories for the rest of everyone's life. So remember, we're in the penumbra stages right now. We're almost to the umbra, with totality starts at 3:09:49, and that will last for about 3 minutes and 52 seconds here in the city of Lima. So live at the Allen County Fair, meteorologist Connor Prince. We're going to send it back in to Chief Meteorologist Adam Mussett.
Thanks a lot, Connor. Definitely a great day weather-wise for the eclipse. We're enjoying a mostly sunny sky here in Lima, and that looks to continue for the next several hours, and at least for the next several minutes for sure. We're about 7 minutes away from totality. This picture is about a year old that you're seeing on screen. This is cirrus clouds over Lima Mall, but it gives a good indication of what we're looking at outside. These cirrus clouds are high and thin. They're made out of ice crystals, so you can see light through them fairly easily. So eclipse visibility over the next several minutes looking good. That's definitely some good news for all the travelers and for the locals that want to see the eclipse. Satellite and radar showing those high, thin clouds. Of course, no precipitation. Those high, thin clouds aren't going to prevent anyone from seeing a fantastic view as long as they wear their proper eye gear as we look up. As we check out the bigger picture, one thing that's a saving grace today, one of the reasons perhaps that the roadways weren't jam-packed as some were fearing over the past several days, is look at this path of totality extending from Arkansas through Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and into Ohio, where we have those high, thin clouds, plenty of clear sky. So lots of real estate for people to travel to see this eclipse, and that may be a saving grace that may be preventing congestion on some of the roadways locally. As we check out our forecast, we're enjoying that sunshine, high cirrus clouds making for great viewing conditions, temperatures in the mid-70s over the next few hours. And for those traveling away from Lima Metro heading forward through this evening, the weather looks a-okay, nice and dry with a clear sky. So couldn't ask for better weather to see this eclipse, and we're all excited. It's going to be happening in about, totality is going to be happening in less than 5 minutes. We'll send it back outside.
All right, thank you very much,
It's
Adam.
great.
Yeah, we could have asked for better weather.
It's very exciting.
We worried 2 weeks ago.
Yes,
that
we
was
did.
Premature. Now
Yep,
it's perfect.
this is good.
Thank you, Adam. Well, hey, before we get to totality here in a few minutes, you may have seen some social media posts on the dangers for your pets, and we want to get that word out before this totality hits and people are looking. Local veterinarian Dr. Nathan Metz of Metz Pets says dogs and cats, well, they won't look at the sun and their eyes won't be damaged by the event. One concern he has is the pets it doesn't come from the sky, but on the ground as people gather to watch this once-in-a-lifetime event.
there's no need to take them outside. Leave them indoors during this eclipse, particularly if you're going to go visiting where there's a high density of people. Their anxiety is going to be high just because of the change of the eclipse. The daytime is going to now be dark, so their internal clock is going to be compromised and messed up. So putting them into a situation where there's a bunch of people and their day is messed up is going to cause anxiety to be increased.
Metz also suggests that your horses stay in their stalls because of potential anxiety issues. He adds if you do have an indoor-outdoor cat, it would also be best to leave the cat in the house because of the potential for the increased traffic in our area, and of course, there'd be a greater chance of getting them hit by a vehicle, and we don't want that to happen to anyone.
No, you don't. Exactly. All right, we're getting closer. It's kind of getting dark out here.
A little bit.
You know, they're saying it's going to be like dusk-like, and that's where we're coming from.
Less than 4 minutes away, so
yeah. Don't look.
I'm not going to look up. You can definitely tell the change. It is getting a little darker here.
And they said the facts are in past total eclipse that the temperature will drop like 10 or 20 degrees. It'll feel cooler outside.
Feels like it's got a couple degrees cooler.
Yeah, I think it has too because it's been so nice and we've had the sunshine warming us up.
Yeah, we're going to take you up to this totality that's going to happen here pretty quick. But this eclipse has so many fun facts that go with it. One of the real facts is dollars. Tourism, I was reading where tourism, when the last eclipse happened in 2017, it came through the Northwest and across the country and left South Carolina to out in the Atlantic. Over $200 million in South Carolina alone raised in tourism dollars, and they're expecting $100 to $200 million in Ohio raised by all these people from out of state coming for, again, restaurants, gas, food, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing stuff. Just
revenue for the
economic
state.
development, let alone all the other stuff that happens. You know, another fun fact, this total eclipse is going to cross over 4 state capitals.
Really?
Through all the states. 4 state capitals will get hit by this total solar
state
eclipse.
capitals will go in the dark, and hopefully they'll come out of the dark.
Yeah, really. Maybe they'll be better off after that.
They'll see the light.
Yeah, really. You know, we've been talking about a solar eclipse. Hopefully people realize that this is the moon going to cross in front of the sun. And we do have lunar eclipses, which is the opposite.
Right. I also know the state's been ready for this because they sent out documentation from the Ohio Department of Transportation to the Ohio EMA. The governor signed a resolution in to make sure that all hands were on deck for this day to make sure that Ohio is safe, that people can view this, and that they slowed down on highway construction. And all this. And actually, the governor is in our area today.
Yeah.
He has announced that he was going to watch the eclipse here in a few minutes in Russell's Point, where his wife, Fran, the First Lady, sister lives. So
Which I thought that was very interesting.
The governor's in Russell's Point watching
Yeah,
this
he
today,
left Columbus and came here.
County.
Yeah. You know, this eclipse started from Texas and goes all the way to Maine.
It goes out, leaves eastern Canada via Maine.
And
so
we're getting close to totality.
Again,
what time is it?
Totality. And again, I mentioned it earlier. The last eclipse in 2017, 12 million Americans were able to see that. It was a much thinner, wasn't as wide of an eclipse.
It was a wider swath.
Right. Only 12 million. 32 million people across the country will see
this time.
Eclipse. 7 million in Ohio. So we are seeing it a little darker. We're here again on our patio behind our studios at your hometown stations, and we have a crowd.
My family's here. Matt's family's here. Some neighbors.
We can see across the street where the folks are out on their street and out in their driveways. They're having a cookout. They're all getting ready for this darkness, which is starting to set in.
It's kind of weird.
I don't want to look up.
Yeah, don't look up. Don't look up. Hey, you know, there's lots of playlists out there. Have you heard about that? You know, solar eclipse playlists and stuff like that. One of the popular songs is Bonnie Tyler's 1983 hit, Total Eclipse of the Heart. That is voted the most popular eclipse song on playlists to listen to. Personally, I think we should be listening to Pink Floyd right now, and Eclipse. Hello, hello. You know?
See, this is a special event because you just had Holly doing Pink Floyd.
Yeah, because I'm not really a huge Pink Floyd fan, but I think this is perfect music for the eclipse.
I remember Bonnie Tyler is already in her 70s, and
I was so tired of it. Yeah, totally. I'm tired of that song just from those days. I want to look one more time because it's getting.
We're getting close.
Oh wow, we are getting close. Yeah. Don't forget, put your glasses on, everybody.
Yes, you need to put your glasses on because I'll tell you what, there's not much sun.
No, there's not.
Right now. There's not much up there left. So we are getting really close to our totality for 3 or 4 minutes here where it's going to be dark. And this has happened across the country. It's happened in Texas. It's happened in Indianapolis. It's moving its way up, and it'll happen here. And not long after that, it will be happening up in Cleveland. And again, it will exit Maine, eastern Canada, and our Eclipse 2024 will be over, and again, 2099.
Yeah. One more cool fact that we learned that we've heard about NASA, how they're scheduling all these different observations and science, experiments. They're in a All-Glaze County at the Armstrong Museum.
That's right. We understand the University of Montana has found the Neil Armstrong Air and Space Museum, and the University of Montana is there on behalf of NASA doing research of this event, which is all of a sudden looks like a thunderstorm's moving in.
Really, it is kind of that way. Hey, I just want to give a shout out. I got the tambourine going ready. This is from Visit Greater Lima, a total solar eclipse tambourine. That's what everyone needs, Jeff.
No, right. Are you gonna
yes.
Are you gonna sing Pink Floyd?
No, I'm not going to. But I want to look.
It's getting, folks. We are.
Oh wait, is it there?
309.
It's 309.
309.
Woo!
It's eclipse.
Oh, look! You can see the Bailey's bead.
Yes, you can.
Oh my gosh!
Absolutely amazing. We are in total darkness. It looks like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
How cool is that?
There it is, folks, for the next 3 minutes.
Thank you, God, for the weather. This is great. Oh, tambourine needs to go more than just one time, Jeff. This is.
You keep at it without your glasses. It sure is incredible.
Wow, it is incredible. People in the yard are like, yes.
I'll tell you what, in our lighting system at the station doesn't know any better either.
Yeah, really, our parking lot light went on.
Parking lot lights are going on.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, that's something else.
People are kind of cheering, jumping up and down.
It got dark real quick.
It did. What's the reaction over there, people?
I hope everybody's enjoying. Still another couple minutes of totality, so.
Wow. Isn't that pretty?
It is. It is something else.
I don't know what I was.
I didn't know what to expect.
Me either, really.
We've never had it happen before, but.
I read one fact. Here we go. They say 1 in every 10,000 people will see a total solar eclipse in their lifetime.
So that's.
I thought that seemed like an odd fact, but so we're just lucky.
Yeah. Well,
unless you travel all the time.
We're going to let the total eclipse play itself out here, and then in a few minutes, for our director Bubba Johns, we're going to probably head back out to the Allen County Fair to see what things are going on there.
I bet Connor's pumped right now.
We'll give Connor a heads up that in a couple minutes we'll probably be headed that way.
Wow.
But we're going to let total eclipse happen, which is happening as we speak.
It's 3:11, so a couple more minutes.
A couple more minutes, and then it'll start moving back.
Look, and you can see the star. It's wild.
You sure can.
I think, isn't that Bailey's bead right there?
All right, well, Holly, it's happening, and everybody's gazing to the sun and moon.
I know. It's amazing. Exactly.
The kids are loving it.
Exactly. Everyone in the yard is like excited, and I think that's Bailey's bead that I talked about, that little brightness that you see. Yeah, Bailey's bead. Maybe not, because we have our glasses off. But nonetheless, it's fascinating.
This is happening. How you look here at the station, how it's all this darkness. How you look to the west, where it's light and bright.
Right again.
When this moves and it gets out back into partial eclipse, and it's going to light it back up because you can see.
Such an interesting phenomenon. Look at this.
So bright.
How the lights came on, and do you hear any birds anymore? You don't. I'm going to do the tambourine one more time. Thank you, Visit Greater Lima, for the tambourine.
Right, for the tambourine, but we're going to take it from you here pretty quick.
I know you're tired of it. Sorry.
We're coming up on 3:14, so everyone should
put your glasses back on.
Back on, because we're going to get.
Oh yeah, you can see how it's moving out.
We're going to get partial eclipse back up here for the next hour and 15 minutes till 4:20.
Oh, there we go. Whoa.
Glasses.
Whoa.
The sun is coming back out. And it's starting to already get light here.
Yeah. Wow, look at that.
I looked up. I got to stop looking at
Yeah, don't. Put your glasses back on. All right, so we're going to go back to the fairgrounds because Connor has been pumped about this for a long time.
We just saw it. I tell you what, look at that, just in seconds.
Wow, it's getting light back again.
So let's go to the Allen County Fairgrounds with meteorologist Connor Prince. And Connor, tell us about your experience.
Yep. We just experienced totality here in Lima in West Central Ohio, and with me, Deputy Tibbs experienced totality with me. So, Deputy Tibbs, what was just that experience like of experiencing totality of literally day going to night?
That was absolutely amazing. I definitely see what all the hype is about, and to only be able to experience this in a lifetime is pretty incredible.
That is pretty incredible. And for West Central Ohio and Lima, for us to be able to experience it the first time since 1806, talk about in your own words what you saw, what you almost really felt, because we could literally feel a difference when the moon covered the sun.
Yeah, just absolute awe, and could definitely feel the temperature drop. And as we mentioned, as we were standing here, the birds were starting to make some of those noises that you only hear in the morning. So even to see nature respond to it was pretty incredible.
Right, and as you, many people, and you and me and a lot of people remember, back in 2017, we had the partial eclipse, but this was a little bit different this time. Do you describe the difference between the 2017 eclipse that we saw here in Lima and the eclipse that we just saw about a minute ago?
I'm going to be honest with you. Since the hype wasn't there for 2017, I don't quite recall it, but this is something I'll never forget for sure.
Absolutely. And so for those people at home who thought, who weren't able to see the eclipse out there, just give them another share of just overall, like, the memories that you made throughout this experience, because not only that we all made memories, but talk about what memories that you'll be able to have and the stories you'll be able to share to family and friends from in the future.
It's incredible. Since I'm working, wasn't able to be with my family.
Backyard to talk to me what their thoughts.
And just to know that I'm watching this the same time as my kids and wife is watching it, and as well as those that are observing this, is pretty incredible.
Absolutely incredible. Deputy Tibbs, thank you so much for joining me. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people throughout Lima and West Central Ohio were in complete awe and shock when they saw the sun covered by the moon during daytime. We were in the umbra here in West Central Ohio, where literally day went into nighttime. I felt the temperature drop at least of several degrees. I'm going to have to go at the data at the Lima-Allen County Airport to see how much the temperature dropped, but certainly it was a pretty surreal experience here at the Allen County Fairgrounds. We're live in Lima. Meteorologist Connor Prince, back to you.
Well, we've had family and friends here in the backyard, and speaking of family, this is my son-in-law, Bill Hargrove, and he came from Columbus with Brittany and my girls, and my family's here, and we've got Matt Bunny's family here. So what was your thoughts, Bill, seeing this eclipse?
It was wonderful. It was amazing. A once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Are you glad that you were able to experience it? Because they say only 1 in 10,000 people in their lifetime can experience a full eclipse like this.
Oh, well, yeah. It lasted a lot longer than I thought I would.
Yeah.
I thought it would be real quick, and it felt like it was a really long time. Everybody seemed to really enjoy it.
It was cool to be able to enjoy it like that, wasn't it? Yeah,
100%.
to give it time like that. Were you surprised how dark it got? Because I was like surprised that the parking lot lights went on.
I was taking pictures of the lights as they were turning on because I just wanted to, add it to the story, because it seemed like it went from a full sunrise to sunset in a matter of seconds.
Right, yeah. It was a very cool experience. All right, that was Bill Hargrove. He drove in from Columbus to experience the eclipse here in the backyard. And like I said, we have lots of neighbors around and family and friends, so thanks for joining us today.
Thanks,
I'll take the mic off you so you can go back. But, a lot of people have been having parties in their front yards and their backyards. We saw it around here in the neighborhood, but lots of things have been happening for this. It's a once-in-a-lifetime event, as, Connor's pointed out, and lots of us that, this is not going to happen in Ohio till, again, 2099. And so most of us won't be around then for that. So there's been a lot of planning for this eclipse, and we talked to Tom Berger earlier about what their plans were. Now we're going to send it to Jeff, who's going to talk to Allen County Sheriff Matt Tregley about how the day's been going.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Allen County Sheriff Matt Tregley, are you there?
I'm here, Jeff.
How you doing?
Oh, doing real good.
Okay,
we planned for the worst. Sounds like it was a great event, and then see how the traffic goes getting back on the road.
Right. I'll tell you what, the full totality is behind us now, and there's going to be a partial eclipse till about 4:30. But, the folks that did come to Allen County, and we were talking earlier, we've seen license plates from Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, people flying in at the airport. It sounds like the preparation for the Friday, Saturday, Sunday prior to this event went pretty well.
It went real well. We're real happy with the way things ended up. Obviously, I don't think we had as many people as we planned on, but sure appreciate the support from the community and everyone that stayed home, stayed inside, and actually enjoyed the eclipse this way.
Yeah, now tell me, I'm going to ask you a personal question, Sheriff or not. You saw the eclipse. What did you think about this event? None of us knew what to expect, so what did you think?
Well, I originally thought it wasn't going to get that dark, and then I'm kind of hanging around my house here, and the outside security lights all came on, so it did get pretty dark, and I was really shocked at how fast it all turned around and got light again.
I tell you what, it was something else. I guess that's why people did come into our region and gather. Now, again, we have people at hotels. We have people that drove in, people that flew in. As part of this planning process, how do we get them out of here safely so they have a great experience and that they remember Lima, Allen County for this event?
Well, the best thing they could do is keep in mind we have plenty of officers out on the road, and we're patrolling the roads currently right now, and we're going to stay full staffed well into the evening to make sure everybody can easily get out and traffic can keep moving and keep flowing. And if you don't need to go anywhere right away, hang around and just see it all come back and enjoy yourself. And if you don't have to be anywhere right away, just give it a few hours before you have to go.
Yeah, we're looking at some pictures from the Wapakoneta area over by the Aerospace Museum, as well as I-75. I-75, I don't believe, turned into a parking lot, nor did U.S. Route 30, but there will be some traffic on those roads. And again, cross our fingers, so far so good with everybody coming in. We want it to be the same going out.
Exactly. We just want everybody to have a safe and a great time, and we don't want them to move out just as easy as they moved in and enjoy themselves and have no problems. All
right, well, Allen County Sheriff Matt Tregeley, we have till 2099 for the next one, and you and I won't have to worry about that one.
No, that's what I thought. Maybe write my grandkids a letter now, tell them what it was like.
That's exactly. That sounds like a great idea, Sheriff.
I don't have yet.
That's right. There you go, Sheriff. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate all the work and all this preparation. We worked on some of this together, so thanks for all your help.
Hey, thank you, Jeff, for everything. Stay safe.
All right, you too, Sheriff. Thank you. All right, real quick, I think if we can, Bubba, talk into my ear one more time, and I'm just going to throw it to. We're going to throw it to. Oh, okay. I'm right with Adam. So why don't we throw it to Adam Mussett, our chief meteorologist, for a roads update. Take it away, Adam.
All right, Jeff. Yeah, definitely not too bad on the roadways so far. That's the name of the game today. So certainly some good news in that regard. A spectacular scene just minutes ago. And as we check out the live view along I-75, this is at State Route 81, we can see traffic is moving, but it's moving smoothly and really not really much of any concern in terms of traveling as we go through the next couple of hours. Hopefully that remains the case as folks leave the local area that moved in just to see this eclipse. Another view, I-75 at Breeze Road, same story here. Traffic moving smoothly, no real concerns, at least in terms of the overall conditions on the roadways. Another view here, I-75 at State Route 12. This is in Findlay, and you can see that traffic here is really looking kind of sparse. And just minutes ago, all the lights were on here, you could see during the eclipse. And as we take one more vantage point, I-75 at U.S. Route 33. This is in Wapakoneta. Here, too, smooth sailing as far as traffic goes. I want to take one more look really quickly at the forecast as we go through this afternoon. We are expecting the weather to continue to cooperate. Of course, we've had a mostly sunny sky, just those high, thin cirrus clouds. Temperatures in the 70s this afternoon. It will be nice and clear, mostly clear through this evening with comfortable temperatures falling back through the 60s, eventually into the 50s. So no weather worries, and the eclipse really worked out spectacularly for us here in West Central Ohio. We'll send it back to you.
Well, that was, I'm sort of like in shock still and in awe, you know what I mean, of what I saw.
Because the weird feeling of a few minutes ago it was really dark here. And now it's bright sunshine again.
Exactly.
So
and we're just doing the opposite now of the partial eclipse.
We see sunlight and it get dark for night for hours at a time, but not
that quick like that. Yeah. It was just awe-inspiring. All right, so Connor's at the fairgrounds. So
let's let Connor wrap up something at the fairgrounds and see what he has to say.
Well, we are back at the Allen County Fairgrounds, everyone, and really a surreal experience we just experienced. And joining me once again, Troy Elwer, Promotions and Operations Manager at the Allen County Fairgrounds. And Troy, we just experienced totality here in Lima. Talk about, first of all, what was experiencing totality like here at the fairgrounds?
I tell you what, it was surreal, honestly. I thought it was a pretty neat experience. And honestly, what a cooler place to experience that than right here in Lima, Allen County on our fairgrounds. We couldn't be more grateful for the overwhelming support we received. We've had the Sheriff's Department out here today providing some security for us. And we've also had a decent amount of vehicle traffic come through. A little over 100 cars came to visit us today. So it's been a really good day for us.
Absolutely sounds wonderful. Now, let's talk a little bit more about the overall, how today really went, because as the morning progressed, we really saw a good line of cars coming in, people out and about. Saw a lot of people laying on the ground, looking up at the sun, just great things going on. So give our viewers at home a little bit of an overview of just how the overall process went from planning to really right now.
Yeah, so like I said, we started planning about a year and a half ago for this event, but now that it's all kind of came to fruition, it took a lot of hard work to get to this point, but pretty much everything went off without a hitch, and we couldn't be more grateful that everybody had a very safe and comfortable experience. It's really, really nice to see a lot of smiling faces around, people getting to spend some time with family together to experience really a once-in-a-lifetime thing. It was really cool for us.
Absolutely, and a lot of great memories were made here today at Lima and the Allen County Fairgrounds, and a lot of people will be able to go home and share some of their stories and what they experienced. Talk about really the overall impact of setting up a campsite really here at the fairgrounds and giving people an opportunity of a lifetime to be able to view something that we won't be able to see again until 2099.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like I said, once in a lifetime. I mean, it's really cool that we could provide people with the opportunity to camp and experience something like this all at the same time for a relatively cheap cost. I mean, I know a lot of the areas around us, hotels, things of that nature, were sold out, but it's kind of nice this time of year, especially with the nice weather, to kind of have a nice, fun family camp out for the whole family to enjoy. So really at the fairgrounds, that's what we're all about here. That's what a large part of our mission is to promote not only quality entertainment and family fun experiences, but also to help promote our youth in the community. And what better cool experience for our youth to experience out here.
Absolutely wonderful. Finally, before we wrap up our interview, is there any final messages or thoughts or anything you want to conclude on your mind before we wrap up?
I just want to say thank you to all parties involved. I want to thank our volunteers today, again, our safety and security that help keep us safe out here, and then also everyone that actually came out to the event to support the event that we were putting on. We couldn't be more grateful for those folks flowing in and supporting us, and I know it's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime thing, but 2099, I'm sure we'll be doing something similar again out here.
Absolutely. I'll be 100 by the time and looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Troy. And so Lima, West Central Ohio, we were able to experience something that we haven't experienced since 1806. So remember, we're still in the partial solar eclipse until 4:26:03 this afternoon. So you have to remember to keep your safety glasses on, as you can still be able to see the eclipse up in the sky. The clouds behaved, Mother Nature behaved, and were able to give us really a great front row show seat here in Lima, West Central Ohio, and at the Allen County Fairgrounds. Reporting live at the Allen County Fairgrounds, meteorologist Connor Prince, sent it back to the studio. Reporting live at the Allen County Fairgrounds, meteorologist Connor Prince, sent it back to the studio.
As he said, we had a great front row seat. I mean, it was just awesome.
We really did.
I want to see another one.
Well,
I know. In 2026, there's going to happen in Spain. Can we go to Spain?
Well, you can
That's
work
just a
that
couple
out.
years.
It's just, you can still see this one if you hustle up to Cleveland or New England or Maine.
Go to Maine or something like that.
Jump a quick flight.
There is going to be another one in the United States that will go from California to Florida. That's 2044.
2044.
445. All right, so that's possible.
Yeah,
Can we
I
go
mean,
to Florida for that one?
That's nice that another part of the country is actually going to see what we get to experience today, a different part of the country.
There are actually people who travel to follow the eclipse and stuff. Every 18 months, they find a total solar eclipse.
And I heard during Connor's interview with Troy was thanking volunteers. Well, we don't have volunteers, we have employees, and I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
to
big
put this
crew.
on, we've been planning for months to put this patio show on to cover the eclipse, and we have had crews out all day, Air and Space Museum, airport, here in Lima at parks.
Checking equipment to make sure to work.
Had drones up in the air. So really like to thank our employees and all our staff behind the scenes that helped us put this together in this once-in-a-lifetime event. And,
did an awesome job.
We wouldn't have been able to do it without them. So we really appreciate that. But again, thank you, our viewers, for watching our special coverage of the Solar Eclipse 2024 here on NBC Lima. We'll have more tonight on our news at 5, 6, 10, and 11.
Yeah, we got some
So
great
if you missed
stories coming.
We'll have recap it on all our newscasts tonight, so be sure to tune in.
Yeah, and don't forget, continue to wear your glasses when you're checking out the rest of the partial eclipse. Have a good afternoon, and we're going to join NBC Eclipse programming now.